What's up, YouTube? This is TheBillyBobHD bringing you another Let's Play. Today I've got some more Victoria 2, Heart of Darkness. We're playing as Portugal. Last episode we were continuing to expand our African empire. You can see down here we've made expansions inwards here from the west, and then also expansion inwards here from the east. And so we also conquered the Transvaal down here. So, a couple things that are going on in the world. It looks like the British have moved on Oman here. Looks like they're trying to take that territory, so that's really interesting to know because it seems to me like the British have realized that I'm making moves in southern Africa here. They have sphered orange here to protect that country from being eaten up by my colonial forces, which I've got a 30 stack now down here, so let's combine you while I'm thinking about it. A pretty strong African army. They've got the British do have a 24 stack here in South Africa, as you can see. So, my guess is the British are trying to take over this territory here. Makes sense, right? Meanwhile, we've been trying to build up our colonial power as best as we can by upgrading my military bases, or my naval bases, I should say. So we're about halfway through on most of those projects. Pretty expensive, so we're trying to save up some additional money after doing that. But we just hit an economic sort of milestone in that I can actually keep my army up at full strength now and still make money, it looks like. Casus Belli against Lucca, we're not going to be using that, so that's okay. Especially just because it is a force debt repayment, Casus Belli, I guess I could say. Still eyeing up Spain for future expansion here in Europe, but they are allied with the Germans, so we have to watch that pretty closely. We have to watch the Germans either get into another really, really crazy war before we would make a move like that. France would need to be able to jump in on the same side as me, and then we could just sort of pinch Spain from either side there. No research is set, so let's go ahead and pick up our new technology. Alright, we finished empiricism already. Might be nice to just go ahead and grab that strategic mobility there to upgrade my military a little bit more. Want to make sure that my troops are staying sort of up with the times. 30 stack now exists. We can build a new infantry unit. Gain 5 prestige. Heck yeah, we're going to send a Portuguese expedition. I'll just grab another infantry unit because I have... okay, I do have one cavalry brigade and one artillery brigade here as well. So that's always going to help you out when you go to battle. Let's see, I still have my 27 stack up here. We do have a crisis now that's just popped in between France and Russia. Let's see, you've got Russia and France backing Greece in terms of acquiring West Macedonia. And to humiliate... Who are they trying to humiliate? The German Empire. Of course, the Germans are up against that. The Scandinavians have not picked a side yet, but the British have gone in with on the German side. I don't know if you guys saw last episode, but Scandinavia now exists. Russian Empire accepted a crisis offer, white peace from the Germans, so they were able to avoid war there. All pops in Transvaal gain 2 militancy versus just that little section there, so we'll pick that one. I think that's a better choice. My new infantry has just come out onto the field. Where are you? Jingoism, yes. You always want to have Jingoism wherever you can. Oh, nice. I do have a nice little 15 stack now that's popped up over here in Angola. So that's good. Laissez-faire, sure. Want my economy to be healthy on its own. Spain went ahead and actually gobbled up that little piece of what was left of Morocco there, too. So. Ooh, what is this? Work in progress. They sweat and bleed, they toil and strive, always forward, furthering our nation's pride and prestige. The men and women of our nation are a fine pedigree, and the feeling that they all share of being part of the common communion and sharing the same destiny gives them that sense of extra effort they put in is always rewarded. Our egalitarian values have caused the people of our nation to put in extra effort this year. What should we have them do? Remain calm, take pride. That gives us 10.5 prestige. Loses some militancy as well. That would be good. Or gain a shitload of research points. I'm actually going to take the prestige because that helps out with your world ranking. See now that boosted me up to number 12 in the world, so that's good. Only 4 spots off of a great power status now at this point. Paper mill. I'm going to invest into you. We were able to save up a little bit of money. It was going to cost like 6K to get that going. Very good. Starting to popularize our factories now, too. Jingoism, yes. Estremada, that is one of my best sort of regions as far as industry goes, because you can see I've already got 8355 craftsmen out of 10,000 here held in the luxury clothes factory. Invest another $1,000 into that, so that factory is now being built, the paper mill. Don't have one yet in my country, so that's good. Lose 1 militancy, yes. Lose 2 militancy. Let's do that. So my militancy sort of figure up here was at about 3.8 just a couple minutes ago. And so now that's moved back down to 2.8. Awesome. We finished out our latest military tech too. Strategic mobility there. Romanticism is good. That's going to give me a prestige gain of 5%. So let's get that knocked out next. Might be a good idea to swing back around to industry after we finish off romanticism here. Positivism. Education efficiency plus 10%. Colonial migration plus 5%. That's not too bad. Reinforcement and regiment experience. Associationism. That may be the actual next one. It gives my men some additional experience. What about... Oh, we also picked up another national focus. Yes. Investors in my country. Let's see here. I do have 1,700 capitalists in the country. So I can now pick another national focus, which is awesome. So I've got soldiers going up here and capitalists going up here as well. What about down here in Africa? That's probably the next best choice. 82K, 87K, 77K. Okay, national focus. I want you guys to encourage soldiers as well. And that will only help me in terms of building a bigger army, which is important. Okay. Mobilization size plus 1%. That's good. I like that our country is picking up a bunch of new stuff. Can I colonize anywhere? No, doesn't look like it. I have 103 colonial power available to me right now. Okay. Not really any expansions that I can do over here. Lose 1 prestige? Hell no. Billy is not a fan of losing prestige. Let's see. Back over here in Europe. Not a ton going on. Am I associated in a sphere yet? No. Still allied with the French and the Ottomans. We picked up the Ottoman alliance last episode if you guys missed it. Okay, some penal colonies. Okay. We'll take the penal colonies, sure. Helps out with a little bit of prestige. No problemo. Getting now like 4,000 immigrants a day into the country, which is like double where we started, guys. So that's really good. Still got my little 3-stack over here in India. Not really sure what we're going to do with that territory. I mean, there's not much I can do in terms of expansion because the British completely surround me there. Oh, okay. Oman was not annexed by the British, like I thought they would up here. They are allied with Egypt and Abu Dhabi. So Egypt, Abu Dhabi over here. Interesting. What if I tried to annex you? No, dang it. So our expedition was not successful. Free people. This will take 165 days. If we're detected, the max amount of infamy we require is 7.5. Liberate an entire country. Demand concession. That would only cost me 5 infamy. We could technically afford that right now, as I'm sitting at 15 infamy, but I would only get sort of these territories, and then I would have to invade Oman over here as well. Something to keep in mind, I think, for future wars and stuff like that. You know, the associationism, can't even say that. Associationism. Sweet. And let's see. See what else is going on in the world. Anything going on over here in Asia? Still got my little Hong Kong province right here, Macau. No soldiers really needed there because there's not much I can do in terms of expansion either. Don't want to go to war with the Chinese Empire. Do not have the manpower or the strength in order to do that. Factory cost minus 1%. That's good. We've got a Bulgarian crisis now. Let's check that out. France is backing Bulgaria's formation away from the Ottomans. So this is interesting because it sort of pits both of my allies against each other. Still at plus 200 with France. Farming efficiency plus 10%. Yeah. We'll take that. Greece is wrapped up in the... Yeah. Greece is wrapped up in the French sphere as well. I could probably get an alliance with Greece. 2 Sicilies now in the American sphere. That's interesting. I could actually ally with 2 Sicilies if I wanted to. Huh. They're open. What about Sardinia, Piedmont there? Form alliance. They would accept. They're currently ranked number 18 in the world. Yes, they accepted it. Good deal. So our allies, yep, continue to grow. So now I have Sardinia, Piedmont, Ottomans, and France. Just thinking about this a little bit. Should we add 2 Sicilies onto that as well? Potentially. Man, that put me down to number 14 in the world, which sucks. Still really friendly with the British as well. Number 14. I am better ranked, I guess I should say, than 2 Sicilies and Sardinia, Piedmont. So that's a good deal. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Again, this has been TheBillyBobHD. Please remember to like, subscribe, and or comment if you've enjoyed this content, and we'll catch you next time. Sorry for the short episode. We'll be back soon.